Well, evening all folks. Hi Nicola. Here we are, 4 metre hybrid T4 from Claydon. Planting some wild bird seed in a conservation area after wild bird seed, and we're just going to climb up on the drill and have a look at the flow of all this trash going through the drill. About as difficult a conditions as you would get, I think, higher wind, but let's have a look and just see how this is working. You can see, if we have a look across there, the amount of trash and standing crop that this is going through. There's a lot of laid grass on the ground. So what we have is we have the bank of discs. The bank of discs is cutting through the trash. Then we have the deep loosening. It's not that deep loosening leg, it's a leg that produces a channel to get the roots down and to get the moisture away. And then we have the sown coulter, which is there. All runs in a line. You can see all of that trash is actually flowing through here quite nicely. It's a bit sticky in places as well, but it's not really bunching to any degree. So I think that's bloody impressive, mate. Bloody impressive. There's plenty of spaces here between all of the soil engaging metal. There's plenty of space there to get all the trash through. I cannot help but be impressed with that. As you can see, there's no great big lumps of trash left. Little bits and pieces in places, but a damn sight less than I would have expected. Hiya Johnny, alright? The most difficult thing here is actually me trying to keep me bloody balance. Let's have another look here. You'll get a good idea of what this drill's actually going through. Yeah, Jack, I'll get down from here one day. Hey man, live dangerously, eh? I've got a good hold here. You can see what kind of finish it's leaving from what we started with. And I can only, well, anyway, it is pretty good. What we'll do, we'll jump off at the bottom, and this is Paul from Rickerbys. I just got to say that this machine's come from Rickerbys. Paul's done a cracking job with Charlie from Claydon. They spent all day here getting these machines and getting them demoed and getting them right and getting them set up. They know this stuff, like. They really do. Done an absolutely fantastic job. Let's have another look as we're coming down here. Let's see everything flowing through there quite nicely. No massive blockages. And from that to that flowing through the drill, I think that's just absolutely brilliant. Hi James, you alright now? I'm going to jump off here and we'll have a walk up and see if we can get Charlie to talk us through what's actually happening on the ground. If you just want to stay with us. I had no intentions of trying to jump off that while it was moving. I may be a bit mad, but I'm not a fucking idiot. So let's have a wander up the hill. And I don't want to try and explain this to you. It'd be far better off that we had an expert explain what's happening. But you get a bit of an idea just looking at it. Don't, you know, okay, it's not the tidiest thing in the world, but it's putting the seed where it's supposed to be. It's a bit of loosening, a bit of a drainage channel, and I'm going to say it again, it's cutting and drilling through all of that, which I think is bloody amazing that it should do that. Let's take a look. Here with me. I'm just getting out of breath a little bit walking. running up this feckin' hill. We'll see if we can get Charlie from Claydon's to talk us through. There's Charlie from Claydon's.
Well, I seem to be learning from you boys up here with this amount of trash. So,
well, it's a fair bit of trash, isn't it?
what have you been talking about so far?
Just the fact that it's actually going through all of that and getting the seed into the ground.
Have we looked at what it's doing in the ground?
That's what I'd like to look at, Charlie.
Yeah, okay. So, well, yeah, so you've seen the trash that we're dealing with. I think the drill is pretty much on its limit with that trash, isn't it? And it's not the standing cover, it's not this that's the issue, it's all the, died off and the grass at the bottom. But the drill's doing, we've got it standard Claydon setup with the 7-inch A-share and then the front leading tine. We could, in this scenario, because we're putting another cop back in, put the 3-inch coulter if we wanted to move less soil, but we've got the 7-inch on here for the demo machine. So you can see that's where we've moved the soil. This is lovely friable soil. Is it 3 years this cover's been in here? 2 years?
2 years.
2 years it's been in here, and you can see the work it's doing. So here's all our friable soil. There's our little worm doing his job. I've dug around with a spade a lot here since I've been here, and it is all in really nice condition. And that's where our front tine's gone. So we are running that front tine down quite nicely below the seeding zone.
How deep would you say that is down there, Charlie?
I would say we're down at about 5 inches today, something like that.
Right.
And then we're putting our seed in. It's a bit of a compromise because I'm not sure what the bird mix is, but we've got oats in there and a lot of fine seeds as well.
Oats,
so we're
tillage radish, forage radish, phacelia,
right,
and something else I can't remember. The list's in my pocket, but yeah. There's a lot of small seeds in it,
So we've got, so we're keeping it, we're about an inch, something like that, in that lovely fine tilth. The boys are going to get out with the rollers on this tomorrow. What I have noticed is seriously, bearing in mind we're now July, we've seriously got some decent moisture underneath this cover. This is going to rocket away. The fertiliser, 100 kgs of fert down there. Is it 27 kgs of nitrogen we're putting in?
2744 that's gone in,
yeah. So this is going to absolutely fly away once it's rolled down. You can see what we're doing in the soil. So here's our next band of seed. So again, there's our band of seed. There's a note there, I think. Yeah, there's a note there. And then that's where the front tine's gone. All this soil here is the unmoved, undisturbed soil. So this is all that benefit of direct drilling. We're leaving all the biology and all the structure do its thing, but this is where we're just helping the direct drilling out, which is why Claydon's been so successful in maritime UK. It doesn't matter where we go. We're getting that drainage under the seed. If you are taking bales off, putting muck on, like on this farm here, you've got those harvest wheelings. We're alleviating them under the seeding zone, but we're letting the soil structure. So again, once you come over this, if this was a combinable crop, when we come over it with the sprayer, with the combine, with the with the corn carts, whatever it is, it's going to ride up just like
ride on that that harder ground. Yeah.
So what's becoming quite popular down south is our inter-row hoe for the blackgrass down there. So if people have got a blackgrass burden, we're actually planting a thicker band or a denser band of seed, so we're getting the crop competition here, and then we're hoeing out in between the rows, and that's working really well in the Claydon system, because when you go on it to hoe it with a tractor, again it's riding up on these shoulders. It's not damaging the planting zone.
How's that working for the guys with blackgrass, Charlie? Is it
brilliant?
It's working
really,
well for
really good. This spring it really took momentum. We've got I think we're about 60-70 of them out there now.
Right.
But we're getting, in this band of row here, we're getting 85-95% kill here.
Right.
And obviously, so what people are doing now is they're looking at using a 5-inch A-share for winter wheat rather than a 7. Right. So we're getting a narrower band with more crop competition in it. Maybe looking at upping your seed rate and playing around with that, but then we're getting a wider band that we can hoe out. So we're hoeing a bigger percentage of the field. We're getting less blackgrass in here anyway.
Right.
But for the guys that have got blackgrass resistance, it's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer, because rather than putting more and more chemical on and building resistance, we're taking it out. We're literally taking it all out. So,
and for those who don't know, to inter-row hoe, you need the RTK, whatever they call it. What is it? All this satellite guidance.
Well, we do and we don't. So we've played around with it. So when we first started working with the hose, the guys at the factory were working with the Magic Eye steering systems that you'll see on a lot of the sort of fruit and veg hose, likes of Garford's. They'd use those systems, but what certainly Jeff and Matt, who do a lot of the R&D at the Claydon HQ, what they found is when they're going into stubble, when you've got an inter-row hoe, so on the Claydon farm it's a 6 metre drill, so it's a 6 metre hoe. When they put that into this firm unmoved soil and the steering system is trying to move it, you've got 20 blades in the ground at, let's say, half an inch, quarter of an inch. It wasn't moving the hoe because it's anchored in the soil. Right. It was moving the tractor, and it was fighting the front of the tractor. You want it on the front of the tractor. So what we actually found is it's better just doing it by eye. And as long as you've drilled straight, it's not actually that hard to do it by eye. Some people, I've got a customer in the Cotswolds that's doing it with RTK. He's drilling with the RTK and he's hoeing with the RTK, and it works well for him. But if you're, so the trail drill, for example, if he's drilling across the bank with RTK, naturally that drill isn't going to be running perfectly in line with the RTK. It's going to be a little bit out, a couple of inches, and then you're offset, and it becomes a challenge. So it's just easier to do it by eye. It's so simple. And again, we want to do it with quite a lightweight tractor, a small tractor with front linkage. Have they got RTK set up on them? So a lot of people are just doing it by eye, and it keeps it simple. The idea isn't that they go out and do 100 acres a day. They just drop it in the bad areas.
Yeah, of course.
So that might be that wet end over there, and it works quite
so
nicely.
It's in addition to the existing system that they use, and it's more of a help to what the
and it's taken us with the band sowing. It's taken us from a little bit of a position of vulnerability if there is a weed burden in the field to literally the most robust system there is, because we've got brilliant crop and then we can take it out. We're also getting a lot of other band sowing drills, customers coming to us, whatever type of manufacturer they are, coming and say, oh, we're interested in your hoe, can you set it up for this drill with these spacings, which we can now. So it's not just Claydon customers.
No, that's excellent.
Gone a bit of off topic with inter-row hoe in there, but
it's all farming, so it's all topic for us lot, No, that's great, Charlie. Anything else you'd like to say about it?
No, I mean, all I would say is, we are, in this scenario, we are moving quite a bit of soil. This is the sort of maximum Claydon, the 7-inch Asia and that front tine down. But the nature of this soil being in fairly good condition, we could pull it up a little bit, we can play around with that, but we certainly could be using a 3-inch spoon, doing less with it.
Yeah, of course.
But we've got the 7-inch on there today, and it's working just fine.
But I think we can all agree this is edge of the edge test for the Claydon drill.
I was just saying to Paul, so I joined Claydon in 2011, and I don't know how many drills I've set off and been in the field with. I don't actually know if I've been in a field with this much trash. I've been in a lot of chopped straw and wet chopped straw, which is difficult when the drill handles that. And the thick cover crop isn't the problem, but it's just this dense mat.
It is. It's the dense mat of grass.
Yeah.
But I think it's passed.
Pass the test. Give it a big tick.
I'd give it a big tick. I was actually standing up on top of there. You really do see it.
Yeah.
You see the spacing between everything that's actually engaging with the soil.
Yeah.
From the discs to that front digging tine, whatever you call it, to the sown tine. There's plenty of room for this amount of trash to get through it.
Yeah. Well, in between those seeding rows, because it's staggered, you've got 24 inches of clearance in there. There's a long way front to back, deliberately for a reason. And Jeff learnt all that years ago with the old Claydon V drills. They were brilliant in baled straw, in rape stubbles. They'd go through, but they couldn't handle the chopped straw as well. And he went through that pain with those. So hence every Claydon drill since then has got a lot of clearance.
A lot of clearance.
People always comment there's a lot of air and a lot of light in the bottom of a Claydon drill, but it's for a reason. Because people do, it doesn't matter where we go, they always find, there's always trash, be it whatever it is coming out from the headland or something. There's always trash. Further north, it will be things like barley that's gone down flat, oats that have gone down flat. We always have. No, but
the day it's been a long day.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking with it.
That's all right.
The weather was against us early on. It was absolutely tipping down and sunshine, what have you. But I think at the end of the day, I'm gonna let me get my old knees up. Oh Jesus! At the end of the day, I think it's been worth the wait.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad we went and got the trail drill as well.
The 4 metre, The discs on the front have made the difference.
Yeah.
In this amount of trash, definitely. Because it's not laid all in one direction, you can't necessarily drill with the direction of the lathe, or it's all over the place. It needs to be cut through for the whole thing to work, really, doesn't it?
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
This level. It's silly. mad level of trash.
Yeah, and there would, you know, with the mounted drills, there could be things that people are doing, maybe running a press to roll it down in the direction of a drill in front on the front linkage, maybe setting up a disc type toolbar on the front linkage, or topping it. You know, there's stuff you could do if you had a mounted drill, but just to be able to go straight into it like we are now is brilliant. Yeah,
but maybe it's a different type of, anybody that had this amount of standing trash and laid trash, they know they can do it with this drill, but a little bit of management beforehand would help the job. Yeah, we'll just put it that way anyway. Right, okay. Thanks a lot, Charlie. Great. Hang on, we'll just there's Andrew, John the farmer who's driving this. This is Andrew, his son. This is his other son, Jack, getting involved in the business. Proper family business. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that. A bit more informative than the stuff I normally do, because we have an expert in the field, you know. So there we go.
Don't know about that.
Cheers, Charlie.
Cheers, then.
We'll catch you later. Bye now.